he had secretly taken out $10,000 life insurance policies on both children. He had visited...
Oh my God!
He did it to his own kids?
For money?
S-S-Y.
And today we got worst Halloween deaths ever. This is about Simple Paint. Didn't work. This is by Simple Paint. You already know the vibes. Be sure to check out my stuff.
Not you.
Should check out Stanley's stuff.
I don't know the Halloween thing to do for mine.
Frankenstein.
Ooh, Frankenstein. Frankenstein live.
Let's just get straight into it, bro.
31st, 1974, the streets of Pasadena, Texas were filled with trick-or-treaters.
Why didn't they just call that Houston, bro?
31st, 1974,
Nobody from Houston
the streets
will
of...
call that Houston.
What?
That is not Houston.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Pasadena, Texas were filled with trick-or-treaters. It was a cold, misty evening.
Do you consider Beaumont Houston?
I don't think it matters what I consider. I'm not even from here.
True.
I don't think I have.
And Ronald O'Brien wore a raincoat as he walked with his two children, 8-year-old Timothy and 5-year-old Elizabeth, along with his neighbor Jim Bates and Bates's two children. At one house, the children knocked but received no answer.
Have you ever trick-or-treated?
No. I was actually talking about that the other day with my homegirl. And I feel like I want to make a video called Trick or Treating While Black, but I haven't done it. So I actually want to do it so I can talk about how
you cannot go trick-or-treating, bro.
I know, that's why I think we should.
I am not going trick-or-treating in Austin, Texas with you.
Should. That's what I'm saying.
Come to the door. 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 No, come to the door. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Trick or treat. We're getting shot. Open door 223. The trigger.
That's what
Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
I feel like people would actually give us candy.
Austin, Texas?
The rich part, that's where we died first, actually. The broke part,
What's wrong with you?
still died there too.
No, you're 6'4".
I'm just a tall kid.
You're 25. Trick or treating, bro.
But I have a sweet tooth.
You have your wisdom tooth removed because you're old.
I actually have all my wisdom teeth.
I know. I was just trying to make a point.
Growing impatient, they ran ahead to the next home while O'Brien lingered behind. When he caught up with the group...
You're gonna have to wait till you have kids, bro. Yeah, or do we have? We don't know no one that knows that.
Steal somebody kid.
Do we? We don't have ready access to it.
Kid.
Yeah. None of our homies have children. Like our homies that do have children don't live near us. Whose child could we take trick or treating, bro?
Whose child could we take? Do I have a homie that has a kid?
Do I know any
Nah, I don't have a homie that has a kid. Oh,
Inyon lives in Korea.
yeah.
Don and
the
all
closest
them,
one I got is 1,000 miles away.
Yeah,
No
Don
way.
and all them live in Houston.
None of my family members got a kid.
Ayo gotta hurry up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Moments
Oh,
later,
yo.
he
Don't have a
Bro,
kid,
come
bro.
on, bro.
produced 5 giant pixie sticks, claiming the occupant of the dark house had finally answered and given him the expensive treats. Back home that evening, Timothy asked if he could have a piece of candy before bed. His parents agreed, and he chose the pixie
Oh no.
No.
sticks.
no.
Almost immediately, Timothy complained that it tasted bitter. O'Brien quickly gave his son Kool-Aid to wash away the taste. Within minutes, Timothy began experiencing severe stomach pains.
Oh my God, bro.
He ran to the bathroom, vomiting and convulsing violently.
Oh my God.
His father carried him as he went limp, rushing him toward help, but Timothy died in the ambulance.
Yo, that's so f***ed up, bro.
Whoa.
The pixie sticks contained enough potassium cyanide to kill 3 adults. Investigation revealed
So f***ed, bro.
the horrifying truth. O'Brien was over $100,000 in debt and had held 21 jobs in the past 10 years. Just months before Halloween, he had secretly taken out $10,000 life insurance policies on both children. He had visited
Oh my God!
He did
Chemical
it to his own kids?
For money?
supply stores asking about cyanide and lethal dosages. The man at the dark house was working at the airport with over 200 witnesses. O'Brien had hidden the poisoned pixie sticks in his raincoat sleeves. He gave them to his own children.
That's so.
children and 3 others to make it look random. The jury took 46 minutes to convict him. O'Brien was executed by lethal injection on March 31st, 1984. Timothy's story is a tragic reminder that sometimes danger appears where you least expect it. The fake trick-or-treater. On October 31st, 1957, in Sun Valley, California, Peter Fabiano and his wife Betty had just settled into bed.
Fabiano is a calm last name, bro. Fabiano's tough.
When the doorbell rang. It was after 11 p.m., far too late for trick-or-treaters. Nevertheless, Peter got up and went downstairs to answer the door. Betty heard him say, "It's a little late for this, isn't it?" A voice responded, "No." Then came a pop. Betty and her teenage daughter Judy rushed to the front door. Peter was bleeding heavily from a gunshot wound to his chest. He died almost immediately. The killer had worn a grotesque Halloween costume, blue jeans, khaki jacket, red gloves, and a domino mask.
That shit's ass.
Yeah.
With painted features. The figure had held up a paper bag concealing a handgun, fired once, then fled to a waiting car. Peter was a successful beauty salon owner and Marine veteran. When police asked Betty about enemies, she named Joan Rabble. Joan had worked at Peter's salon and became close with Betty. When their marriage struggled, Betty moved in with Joan. The relationship became romantic, but Betty eventually returned to Peter.
Whoa! So she cheated on the
with the shorty.
And then
19, whatever? That's crazy. She really loved her.
No, pay attention.
What happened?
Peter, agreeing never to see Joan again. Joan was devastated. She met Goldine Peitzer, a recently divorced medical secretary. Over 4 years of coffee mornings, Joan manipulated Goldine, describing Peter as vile, abusive, and evil. None of it was true. On September 21st...
Wait.
So she and the dude were together. She cheated on bro with the shorty.
With the shorty.
Left that and then went to another dude and said that he was the problem when she was the problem.
Oh, wait. So, I'm confused. Wait.
I think that's... I was also very confused.
So, woman, husband.
Right?
Woman cheats on husband to get with woman. Be the woman. Woman cheats on husband to get to woman, right? Mm-hmm. Woman leaves woman, goes back to husband?
Go to different husband. Go to different husband. Go to like different... You know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry.
At Peter's salon and became close with Betty. When their marriage struggled, Betty moved in with Joan. The relationship became romantic, but Betty eventually returned to Peter.
Yeah, she went back to Peter and she went back. She went to another and the other convinced her that Peter was wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Agreeing never to see Joan again. Joan was devastated.
Got it.
She met Goldine Peitzer, a recently divorced medical secretary. Over 4 years of coffee mornings, Joan manipulated Goldine, describing Peter as vile.
Wait, Joan manipulated Goldine?
Abusive and evil.
Joan manipulated Joan
manipulated Goldine, describing Peter as vile, abusive, and evil. None of
she convinced him that Peter was bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It was true. On September 21st, 1957, Goldine purchased a .38 caliber revolver. On
Goldine's the one that offed him.
Halloween, they dressed in disguises and drove to the Fabiano home, waiting until all lights went out. Goldine approached the door and shot Peter while Joan waited as getaway driver.
Got it.
2 weeks later, detectives traced the gun to Goldine. She confessed immediately. Both women pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and were sentenced to 5 years to life.
You know what it was? The stick drawings was throwing us off.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that was a girl the whole time?
It was 2 shorties. Both of them were convicted.
Why is he bald?
That's what I'm saying. Out of here. That's what was confusing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying.
No, better, bro. What are we doing?
Because they both confessed. No, wait, what? It was a guy?
No,
bro.
It said both the women. No, it was a girl.
Okay.
It was a girl.
Let's get this shit straight.
Way driver. 2 weeks later, detectives traced the gun to Goldine. She confessed immediately.
She. Yeah. No, that's 2 girls.
And the joke was this dude who's bald as hell.
That's 2 girls.
That's 2 girls.
Okay, he hold it.
Yeah,
I gotta take a picture.
Yo got so upset he had to use the bathroom. Bro, he said, who's that? Yeah, chill, bro. They could have a Zodiac. So I don't know what they had going on, bro. But I knew something was up, bro. It wasn't making sense from the jump. I was like, bro, there's not enough. There's not enough characters in the story. Stanley, black. Yeah, I know. Guy shoots girl. Wait, guy shoots, guy shoots, girl bought gun. Bro, is there a guy in this story? Let's simple it down.
No, the only guy is the husband, bro.
The only guy is the husband.
The only guy is the husband.
Guy married girl, marriage didn't go right. Girl went to girl to convince that girl and girl, hey, guy was bad, they together go kill guy.
Guy, girl.
Right.
Girl leaves guy.
Guy, right.
For a girl.
For girl.
Girl then leaves girl to go back with the husband. Girl, heartbroken, meets another girl, convinces this girl
that
the
husband is the reason.
Yes.
And then pop. Yeah, that makes sense.
They made that. They made that hard. They made that one hard.
That was not simple paint, bro.
Yeah.
The
That was funny.
door incident. On October 17th, 1992, 16-year-old Yoshihiro Hattori and his American host brother Webb Haymaker were excited to attend.
If your last name is Haymaker, bro,
you gotta have that thing on you.
No,
like, you gotta
cat.
be able to Detroit Smith. Like, I ain't gonna lie,
a
bro.
Halloween party. Yoshi, an exchange student from Japan who had arrived in Baton
What's
Rouge,
Yoshi? Oh, no.
come on, bro.
Right?
Louisiana.
Come on, bro.
Is
Come
it?
on.
Is Yoshi?
Yo,
No.
yo.
Is that not Yoshi?
Yes, but like gang.
I learned that from Dashie.
Gang.
just 2 months earlier, dressed in a white tuxedo, imitating John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Around 8 p.m., they drove to the neighborhood where the party was being held.
Okay.
Due to similar addresses and Halloween decorations, they mistakenly approached the wrong house.
Oh,
The boys rang the doorbell, but got no response and started walking back to their car. Inside, Bonnie Pear saw them through a side door. Startled by the costumed figures, she locked the door and told her husband, "Rodney, get your gun."
Bro, it's Halloween!
Rodney Pierres grabbed a loaded .44 Magnum revolver. When he opened the carport door, he saw the boys returning to their car. He pointed the gun at Yoshi and yelled, "Freeze!" Yoshi,
Why are we yelling
walking
freeze?
back
Don't you
toward the
want
house
them to
thinking
leave?
he'd found the party, didn't understand the command or notice the weapon. Webb saw it and shouted desperately after his friend. Pierres fired a single
That's so stupid, bro.
shot. The bullet pierced both lobes of Yoshi's left lung. He
Oh my
died in the
God.
ambulance minutes later from blood loss. Initially,
That's not self-defense, bro.
police quickly questioned and released Pierres, saying he was within his rights.
No, bro. Just because you panic doesn't mean
it's
you.
not
What?
within your right. Like, you literally saw somebody leaving and yelled freeze, which isn't even the actual right command to do. They're leaving the property. They're already de-escalating.
What do you mean? Why
whatever
would you tell me to
situation.
freeze on your property,
It doesn't
dickhead?
make sense. They were already in mid-de-escalation.
Only
There's
after
no way.
Louisiana's governor and the Japanese consul protested was Pear charged with manslaughter.
Yeah.
His defense claimed Yoshi moved in an extremely unusual manner
Are you kidding me? Was it not Halloween?
that any reasonable person would find scary. The jury took just over 3 hours to acquit Pierre. Yoshi's parents sued in civil court and won $650,000 in damages.
Gee, thanks.
The hayride
Like, thanks for the money, I guess, but like, no, put that in jail, bro.
incident. On October 11th, 2014, 17-year-old Cassidy Charette and several of her classmates arrived at Harvest Hill Farm in Mechanic Falls, Maine for a night of Halloween fun.
Okay.
They were there to experience the
This sounds
Gauntlet,
like the set
a
of a
popular
scary movie.
Yeah,
This sounds crazy.
100%, bro.
haunted hayride attraction. Cassidy was a top honor student at Messalonsky High School, ranking first academically in her class of 244 and a standout varsity soccer player. It was supposed to be a thrilling evening of harmless scares.
Damn.
The attraction used a 1979 Jeep CJ5 to pull a trailer carrying more than 20 passengers through the corn maze.
Jesus.
Around evening, the Jeep began descending a hill. Suddenly, the vehicle went out of control. The Jeep and trailer flipped over, sending passengers flying through the air.
That's
Cassidy and her
insane.
friends were thrown from the trailer violently. Several others suffered broken bones, ankle injuries, and abrasions. 22 people were taken to hospitals. Cassidy's injuries were the most severe. She died at
Why?
the scene.
Wait, how?
Investigation revealed shocking negligence. The Jeep's rear brakes did not work at all. The front brakes were not functioning
Wow.
Bro.
properly. The vehicle was hauling more than double its intended towing capacity. The brake fluid
How did it hit her so hard, though?
Yeah.
reservoir was empty, and several brake parts were missing or
Bro, it's like, come on, man.
improperly
You
installed.
just have to get charged for murder. Like,
100
and just
yeah.
that negligent, bro.
That's
you have to get
ridiculous.
charged for that.
Employees had warned farm owner Peter Bolduc that the Jeep's brakes were faulty,
LMAO, bro. LMAO, bro.
telling him he should junk it. Bolduc had ignored the warnings. The vehicles went years without maintenance. In November 2016, Harvest Hill Farm pleaded guilty to a felony charge of aggravated driving to endanger.
What does aggravated mean? I've never understood that.
Aggravated?
Like aggravated assault, aggravated driving. Like, what does that mean? I've never gotten that. Because I may sound stupid. But I always thought aggravated assault was always like you were just mad. I don't know.
I would imagine that it has to do with like maybe some denseness of the situation. I can't imagine like it has to do with some like type of.
It was like intentional or
something like that, like actionable, intentional, like decisive.
I don't know.
That's what I feel like maybe
aggravated means with a weapon. So the car was a weapon. I don't know.
Cassidy's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit, which settled in 2017. The money went to support the Shine on Cass Foundation, established in Cassidy's memory.
Damn, bro.
The costume incident. On October 31st, 2020, the streets of Quebec City's Old Quebec neighborhood were quieter than usual due to pandemic restrictions. At about 10:30 p.m., residents began reporting a man in medieval costume wandering near the Parliament building.
Terrifying.
He wore black jogging pants, black leather boots, a short-sleeved kimono, and a black mask. At first, passersby assumed it was just an elaborate Halloween costume. Then, the screaming started. The man wielded a katana.
Oh my God.
Style Japanese sword with a blade over 76 centimeters long. He attacked victims at random in at least 4 locations, including near the famous Chateau Frontenac Hotel on du Trésor Street and on des Remparts Street. Witnesses described chaos as people ran in all directions. 56-year-old Francois Duchesne, a museum employee, was killed. 61-year-old Suzanne Clermont, a hairdresser, was also killed. 5 others were wounded, some with serious injuries. The victims were chosen completely at random. After a 2.5-hour manhunt, 24-year-old Carl Girouard was arrested shortly before 1 a.m. When captured, he was lying on the ground, barefoot and hypothermic. He surrendered to police. Investigation revealed that 5 years earlier, in a medical context, Girouard had verbalized an intention to commit a violent act.
It's never enough, bro. It's like this shit's never taken seriously,
like,
bro.
What's the signs that we be waiting on?
I get like free speech and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If there should be jail time for saying that you're gonna commit like mass
murder.
Because I don't even think that's something you should joke. But like obviously jokes or whatever, I don't even think it's something you should joke about. Like if you overtly say I intend to do this, you should get a fine and some jail time, bro.
Yeah, something like so that we know. So we now have a distinction between like, yo, if you're saying this, you must be serious about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Or yo, if you're saying this, you're crazy, because no regular person would say that.
And now we know.
Girouard told his trial that by age 18, he had hatched a mission involving killing people with a sword and creating chaos. He said there were 2 competing versions of himself in his head, including a bad version who took over on Halloween night. In May 2022, Girouard was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted murder. The egging murder. On October 31st, 1998, 21-year-old Carl Jackson was driving through the Bronx with his girlfriend Darlene and her 9-year-old son Clyde. They were heading to pick up Clyde from a children's party so they could all attend another Halloween celebration together. Jackson had just turned 21 weeks earlier. He was a quiet young man, son of a nurse and a postal worker, who worked as a data entry clerk at Morgan Stanley. As they drove through the neighborhood...
You was at my Joan? I hate when my employees be tripping, bro. I didn't know they was talking about this one, bro. This don't hurt. This don't hurt our community, bro. My company ain't been the same since, bro. No cap, bro.
Suddenly, an egg smashed against their car window. Then another. A group of teenagers was throwing eggs at passing vehicles. Jackson stopped the car and stepped out to confront them. An argument erupted on the dark street. Voices were raised. Jackson, realizing the situation was escalating, turned and sat back down in the passenger seat. Then 17-year-old Curtis...
That's crazy. He even had the emotional regulation to calm himself down.
Sterling pulled out a gun. A single shot rang out through the Halloween night, striking Jackson in the head.
That's over...
He died instantly. A young life was snuffed out over nothing, Jackson's father told reporters. But that...
And you know what's crazy? I know during the time they tried to make him seem like an aggressive, like angry person or angry black person. Can't argue.
No,
like you threw it. So like if you throw an egg on my car, I'm supposed to just not argue it, bro.
Like you just thought I was gonna be like, cool, and then
I get like
that's what Halloween has gotten into. Jackson's mother Gloria said,
him.
Literally,
yeah.
I think it took us 2 years to even talk about it. We were just devastated. We never thought that anyone from our family would be murdered, especially on a holiday for something stupid. Between 1984 and 2010, at least 24 people in New York City were seriously wounded or killed in stabbings, shootings, beatings, or accidents sparked by egg-throwing confrontations around Halloween.
Wow.
Curtis Sterling was convicted and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Every Halloween, Carl Jackson's mother sends Sterling a card telling him she's glad he was in prison, though he was released in December 2015. Napa Halloween Incident. On October 31st, 2004, in Napa, California, 3 roommates spent the evening handing out candy to trick-or-treaters at their home on Dorset Street. 26-year-old Leslie Mazzara, a former beauty queen from South Carolina,
That's you? That's you, big bro? Hold on, bro. Let's shoot. It's what you know how Yo-Yo get. Come on, man. How you feeling? Like, talk to us, bro. Give us the breakdown. Like, what to you, like, transpired to where she was like, yo, beauty queen? Like, how do you get there? Like, what
that
are you
makes sense.
on?
No, I forgot the beauty queen part. I'm just, every time South Carolina is mentioned, I just immediately get surprised. We're a North Dakota ass state, bro. Like, we're in Iowa. No one talks about. No, that makes sense. That she looks like she.
You're like y'all Steve's like.
Yeah. She looks like she'd win. Stop. She looks like she'd win that in South Carolina. But what the?
6-year-old Leslie Mazzara, a former beauty queen from South Carolina. 26-year-old Adrienne Insogna.
Go back.
Yo, you're so annoying.
Go back.
On October 31st, 2004, in Napa.
Hold on. I want to see who the 2004 Florida.
This is so dumb.
2004 Florida beauty queen.
If it's a white woman, I promise you I'm going to laugh, bro.
No way. An American beauty pageant title holder from Orlando, Florida, who was named Miss Florida 2003.
Let me see the picture.
Miss America. Hold on. This is looking good for me.
Hold on! You got it, bro. You got it.
Florida would never go out like that.
You got it, bro.
Florida would never go out like that. Okay.
California. 3 roommates spent the evening.
She's fine.
Handing out.
Once again, I'm not surprised. This is not surprising. That's just South Carolina, bro.
Candy to trick-or-treaters at their home on Dorset Street. 26-year-old Leslie Mazzara, a former beauty queen from South Carolina, 26-year-old Adrienne Insogna, a civil engineer, and 27-year-old Lauren Mianza, a volleyball coach, laughed and chatted as they gave out treats. By 11 p.m., the trick-or-treaters had stopped coming. All 3 women went to bed. Leslie and Adrienne slept in upstairs bedrooms. Lauren's room was downstairs. Around 2 a.m., Lauren woke to the sound of breaking glass.
Look, bro. Everyone wants a house. I want a house, obviously. I don't like the lack of protection in a house, bro. A can just break your window, and it's that simple.
Yeah, that also makes me super.
A can just break your window, bro.
Then she heard blood-curdling screams from upstairs.
Oh, my
steps pounded through the house. Lauren listened in terror as the footsteps grew louder, coming down the stairs toward her. She ran out the back door and hid in the yard, barely breathing.
Running away!
Yeah.
She heard someone climbing out of the basement window and running off into the darkness. Lauren cautiously re-entered the house and made her way upstairs. What she found was a scene of horror. Leslie lay face down in a pool of blood, roughly 2 inches deep. Adrienne was near the back of the bed, barely alive and bleeding heavily. Lauren slipped on the blood as she frantically tried to escape and call for help. Both women had been stabbed multiple times. When police arrived, they were dead. Investigation eventually revealed the killer was 26-year-old Eric Koppel, who was engaged to Lily Prudhomme, a close friend of Adrienne's. Eric had attended the housewarming party when the women moved in. DNA evidence from the scene linked him to the murders. Eric Koppel was convicted and sentenced to 2 life sentences with no possibility of parole. The cold case.
What's the incentive?
Just be doing this, bro. Just be doing it, bro.
That's insanity, bro.
On the evening of October 30th, 1975, Mischief Night, 15-year-old Martha...
A lot of these weren't on Halloween. You're looking
Halloween?
at...
Halloween's the 31st.
31st. Right? No, yeah. The last one was like the 11th. One of them was like the 11th. Another one was like the 20th. This is...
Moxley left her home in the Belle Haven section of Greenwich, Connecticut. It was the night before Halloween.
Wait, what?
Did you see where she lived? Look at where
left
she lived.
Her home in the...
God,
that's a crib.
Dang,
that
bro,
is a crib.
That is fire.
Belle Haven section of Greenwich, Connecticut. It was the night before Halloween, when neighborhood youths would traditionally ring bells and pull pranks like toilet papering houses.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I go trick-or-treat in a place like that, bro, I'm expecting Porsche keys inside of the bag, bro.
Yeah.
Don't give me candy, bro. Give me candy red on the car, bro.
Listen,
popular student who had moved to Greenwich from California just over a year earlier. She was excited to spend the evening with friends. Martha joined other teenagers at the Skakel house across the street. According to friends, Martha began flirting with and eventually kissed Thomas Skakel, 17. Later, Martha was seen falling together behind the fence with Thomas near the pool in the Skakel backyard around 9:30 p.m. Then, Martha disappeared into the darkness. The next morning, October 31st, Halloween Day, Martha's mother became worried when her daughter hadn't come home. A search began. That afternoon, Martha's body was found.
It's like, bro. Like, I get the bear, bro. It's like, how are you supposed to know, bro?
Found beneath a tree in her family's
just be killing, bro.
Backyard. Pieces of a broken 6-iron golf club were found near the body.
Oh my I bet we don't get a reason.
An autopsy indicated she had been both beaten and stabbed with the club, which was traced back to the Skakel residence. The case attracted worldwide publicity because the Skakel children were nieces and nephews of Ethel Skakel Kennedy, widow of Senator Robert F. Kennedy. For decades, no one was charged. Then,
of course, because it was 1950 something, bro.
In 2000, Michael Skakel, 15 at the time of the murder, was arrested.
He lived a full life already. Yeah. He lived a full so it doesn't matter.
At age 41.
Wow.
Good job. Like,
my goodness.
He was convicted in 2002 and sentenced to 20 years to life.
Cool. He probably has kids. He lived a life. Yeah.
However, in 2018,
got out.
Like, could you imagine?
Wait, he got out. I think he got out.
The Supreme Court vacated his conviction. On October 30th, 2020, exactly 45 years after Martha's murder, the state announced it would not retry Skakel.
It's like.
Could you imagine you did that at 15? You would have right now another 15 years before being convicted. Then you went to prison for a little bit and then got out and then they didn't have a retrial.
Yeah.
Nothing happened to this man, bro.
It's like.
Skakel. The murder remains officially unsolved.
He did it.
Taylor Van Diest. On October 31st, 2011, in Armstrong, British Columbia, 18-year-old Taylor Van Diest left.
Oh, she looks like
her house dressed as a zombie.
I hate when I see the pictures because she looks so like happy and like normal, bro.
She was excited to meet friends for one last Halloween of trick-or-treating before they were too old. Taylor was a.
Hey, you trying to do it at 25?
Wait, that doesn't, bro. Like, it's a chance.
2011 graduate of Pleasant Valley Secondary School, an honor student, standout athlete.
Secondary school. Remember the first react where we were talking about where kids get sent when they're bad?
Oh,
secondary school.
And lifelong volunteer who was beloved in her small community. Around 6 p.m., as darkness fell, Taylor began walking along railroad tracks toward her friend's house. It was a short walk she'd made many times.
Why are we walking on the tracks?
Times before. She texted back and forth with her friend as she walked. The messages were normal, chatting about typical teenage topics. Then, at 6:01 p.m., Taylor sent a text that said she was being creeped or followed. That was the last communication Taylor ever sent. When Taylor didn't arrive, her friend became worried and called her repeatedly. No answer. A search began immediately with friends, family, and police scouring the area. 2 hours later, they found Taylor badly beaten and clinging to life along a quiet stretch of train tracks. She was rushed to Kelowna General Hospital, but died the next morning from her injuries. She had been strangled and bludgeoned with a heavy flashlight. Her head wounds were fatal. DNA found under Taylor's fingernails linked the murder to 28-year-old.
No reason.
Insane, bro. No correlation between them.
No,
like there's no shot.
That was probably his first time ever seeing her.
Matthew Forster from Cherryville. During interrogation, when officers asked, "Do you feel bad for killing Taylor?" Forster said yes. He confessed to hitting Taylor multiple times with a flashlight and leaving her to die.
Why?
Forster pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in 2018 and was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 17 years. Taylor and her family had never met Forster before that night.
Of course not. Of course not. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I want children. I can't wait to have children. All of that. I don't want to be like an overbearing parent, but I'll feel some type of way if my daughter's outside, like, alone, bro.
Yes, bro. And that's really the bottom of it, though, to me, is that not only do you need to be surrounded by good people, but you just need to be surrounded in general. Like, things like this have a higher chance of not happening
if you're not alone.
Yeah,
you know bro.
Because realistically, nobody should be traveling at night alone
on some train tracks.
You feel what I'm saying? regardless of guy or girl, bro. It's just don't go. And
but like the thing about
when this video goes out,
the thing about it being a guy,
Halloween, don't go out solo dolo. Make sure you're around people
100%
the whole time.
100%. The thing about it being a guy though is lame ass like this who kill people. The victims are never full grown men. Yeah. I mean they are obviously, but like it's never. Bro.
Even in this video, I think the
most
majority
women.
Of anything that has been a guy has been like those accidental like things. Like it hasn't even been like like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm going out to murder somebody.
Unless like the husband one or like the Japanese kid who was there.
Exactly.
It
hasn't been the same like these ones where they stalk the women and kill them when they're alone. These are weird.
Christopher Jenkins. On Halloween night, October 31st, 2002, 21-year-old Christopher Jenkins left his apartment in Minneapolis dressed in a Native American costume.
Crazy costume.
Maybe
he was excited for a night of Halloween bar hopping with his girlfriend and another couple. Jenkins was a University of Minnesota business senior, captain of the school's lacrosse team. Smart, popular, and well-liked. It was supposed to be a fun night. The group went to the Lone Tree Bar and Grill in downtown Minneapolis. Around midnight, Jenkins was kicked out of the bar for being too intoxicated.
Damn.
He left behind his phone, wallet, and jacket. The bouncer watched him take a left on Hennepin Avenue and disappear into the cold Halloween night. That was the last time anyone saw Christopher Jenkins alive. When Jenkins didn't return home, family and friends immediately became worried. They worked with police to search for him. On 2 separate occasions, bloodhounds tracked his scent from a pizza shop across from the bar to a parking garage. Drops of blood were found in the garage, but his scent ended there. Then the trail went cold. 4 months later, on February 27, 2003, a worker spotted something in the Mississippi River.
Time Lord, I'm going to play dispatch.
Jenkins's body was found floating on its back between the 3rd Avenue Bridge and St. Anthony Falls, still wearing his Halloween costume. His oversized shoes were still on. His shirt was still tucked into his pants. His arms were folded across his chest. He had human hair clenched in his left hand. A common drug used to incapacitate victims was found in his system. Police initially ruled it accidental drowning,
out of here.
but later reclassified it as homicide after receiving information from a jailed witness. In 2018, prosecutors said the case was not chargeable. The murder remains unsolved. The zombie bus incident.
Insane.
On October 10, 2014, 18-year-old Jeremy McSpadden arrived at the incredible corn maze in Hauser, Idaho for his first night of work. He was excited and nervous. The attraction featured a zombie slayer paintball bus where patrons would ride through the corn maze on a modified school bus, shooting at workers dressed as zombies with paintball guns mounted outside the windows. Jeremy, a tall and athletic West Valley High School senior, had been hired to play one of the zombies. His cousins and friends had been working there for weeks and told him it was great fun and easy money. Around 10:30 p.m., Jeremy was in position, ready to perform. His job was to emerge from hiding spots in the corn maze and
he gets hit by the bus.
pretend to attack the bus while riders shot paintballs at him. As the bus slowly rolled through the field, Jeremy emerged from his hiding spot and ran toward the rear of the bus to play his role. Then Jeremy stumbled. Multiple witnesses saw him fall forward, landing directly in front of the passenger side rear tires. The bus immediately ran over him. Due to the uneven terrain of the cornfield, the bus rocked and bumped constantly. Nobody on the bus realized what had happened.
Oh, wow.
Many of the patrons believed it was just part of the ride. The bus continued moving away from Jeremy's location. Only when the role players began to reset for the next bus did anyone realize something was wrong. Jeremy McSpadden died at the scene. His aunt said the teens were told they would be paid $50 for each night. It was Jeremy's first night. His cousin had fallen under the bus a few nights earlier but was unharmed. No charges were filed. The Zombie Slayer bus attraction remained closed.
That's so dangerous, bro. If you're gonna do that, at least drive it slow or something.
Realistically, there should be some type of
railing,
between the road and the corn maze.
If you'd like to see more stories like
I wouldn't. Never. Every single time we end the video, I just don't. I'll keep watching though. But like, dang, bro. Hey, real shit. If you guys go out on Halloween, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're with people. Stay protected. If one of y'all get drunk, all of y'all's night is over. You got to make sure this person gets home safe.
Stop leaving drunk people unattended.
All of that, bro. Literally, lives are on the line on Halloween. Obviously, it's not everybody, but it can be you. So please be safe.
You literally never know.
You don't know.
All these people, none of them knew.
None of them knew.
Not a single one knew.
Not a single one.
Except the premeditated one. That was confusing to follow. That's going to be the video. Hope you guys liked it. Be sure to check out my stuff.
Not Yo-Yo.
Be sure to check out Stanley's stuff.
Stanley's Live.
We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.